one thing that I know for sure. This time I'ma get it right.
Hey guys, Adam Audinger here with ProductiveGamer.com, and today we're going to be looking at Tom Clancy's The Division. Now, I picked this game up about a week ago, and it has been very fun to play. I've really enjoyed it. So, it is an RPG slash shooter, and it is a true RPG in the fact that, yes, skill does matter. If you get headshots or exploit enemies' weaknesses, you're going to down them faster than you normally would. You're going to get critical hits and things like that, but at the same time, if you're fighting an enemy that's 10 levels higher than you, you're more than likely going to get destroyed. Doesn't matter how much skill you have. So there's that RPG element that you want to keep your enemies around the same level as you, and obviously you always want to progress, level up, and through that you'll develop skill sets, different perks you can equip. We'll dive into all of that, but it is a true RPG. It also has a loot, very good loot system, very similar to, say, Borderlands, World of Warcraft, or Destiny, if you've played any of those, where you have white weapons and gear that are common. Then you have green, which is categorized as uncommon, blue, rare. Then there's purple and gold. So generally, the more rare the weapon or gear is, usually the better it is. Not always the case, but at the same time, it keeps you itching for more loot, wanting to get the next best loot. And through that, it's got plenty of customization, weapons. You can attach a lot of different mods, different scopes, different grips, different whatever. There's all kind of stuff which we'll dive into, but just a really good RPG element. Always feel like you're, wanting to get to the next step, get the next best gear, get to the next level, so that way you continue improving your character. Now, once again, it's also a shooter in the fact of very similar to most of Tom Clancy's games. If you haven't played any of those before, if Gears of War is more familiar to you, very similar to that, where cover is going to be your best friend. You're going to want to utilize cover as much as possible, move up when you can, pop out behind cover and take your shots when the opportunity arises. So it's not one of those games where you can just run out and about. You're going to need cover, or you're more than likely going to get blasted to death. So outside of that, I have, once again, I'm already level 13. You'll start off with character creation. And with character creation, I'm not going to get into it because it is literally just customizing your appearance of your character. There's no classes or anything like that you're actually trying to pick that's going to determine anything of how you play. What you do is you create your character, and then you mold him in the shape of however you may want him to play, or whatever gameplay kind of fits your style. So we're just going to jump into it here with my level 13 character and show you guys what it's about. The game is set in modern times with kind of a post-apocalyptic feel, only specifically to Manhattan in New York City, where there's a virus outbreak. Now, you're not fighting zombies, you're fighting other people, factions, gangs, that kind of thing. You're part of The Division, hence the name, The Division, and you are dropped off in Manhattan to help restore peace to a lawless area. As you drop in, you have different level areas. So, say for instance at Camp Hudson right there, you can see it's level bracket 3 to 4 in the top right hand corner. And as I move around, there's different level areas. So you're trying to stick around in the same type of bracket that's close to your level. So 14 to 15 right now is red for me because I'm level 13, and that'd be a bad place for me to go. I could probably get away with it and survive, but it'd just be a lot harder for me. So the map to me is very similar to, reminded me closely to Grand Theft Auto, in the fact that you just got a lot going on. You can do a lot of different things. There's your main missions, there's encounters. So in the case of this one, this is a virus research you can see there. It's going to reward me money. It's going to reward me medical wing supplies, which I'll get into what that means. There's side missions you can do. There's just all kind of optional stuff you can do outside of doing the actual main missions as well. Now, this game is an online game. That doesn't mean, though, you're going to see people playing in your game unless you invited them in through matchmaking. Now, they did make matchmaking really good to join up with random players of your level. Or you can invite a friend, a couple friends. You can grab up to 3 other people, and you can go running around together in each other's worlds and work together. The enemies are going to be harder with the more people you have, but it'll add for, more excitement, more fun, running around having cover each other's backs and work on taking down tougher enemies. So as you're walking around the streets, there are going to be, you might run across the occasional bad guy. The streets are pretty linear. In other words, you're not going to just duck off into any building. Some buildings you can go into if there's call for it, say for like a mission or something inside of it. But overall, the graphics are really cool, but the not much to actually do in the world. You're pretty much going to be running from mission to mission just to accomplish what it is you're out there to do. It doesn't have the full-on, say like Grand Theft Auto feel where you can kind of mess with the citizens and do different things like that. So it's definitely a very big map and a lot to travel around. But luckily you have safe houses and different missions. Once completed, you can fast travel to those areas. So it does make moving around the map a lot easier. And once you hop off into these safe houses, you can basically they have reload spots will allow you to reload your ammunition, your grenades, and your medical supplies. Also, while in the safe houses, at that point you can see other players that are online and you can interact with them. But outside of safe houses, if you don't invite those players into your party, you're not going to see them in your world as you run around. Alright, as you're running around the world, you're probably going to encounter bad guys at a certain point in time. Bad guys come in different flavors. You have your melee characters, such as that guy there that I just dropped who had a bat, so he's going to rush after me and try and take me down. You might have snipers, folks who throw grenades more so than others, and then just your common guys that'll shoot. You may have flamethrower guys. There's all kind of different types of enemies that you're going to run across. So using cover, once again, use your best friend. I have a couple different weapons equipped here. I have a sniper rifle that I picked up, and depending on what kind of scopes you have on there, you can zoom in. In the case of the sniper rifle scope that I put on, and I can work on getting headshots. I also have just my standard assault rifle I have equipped here that I can fire. I have medical equipment, and it's if you see in the center there, it's my right directional pad, so I can use it to heal up real quick. Now I only have one left. I have grenade that I can throw here, and you have several different types of grenades you can equip: flashbang, smoke grenades, incendiary grenades, and then I can throw those and do whatever I need to there. Also have my abilities. They'll equip it to my L1 and R1 button. My R1 is another heal that I have equipped. That's just one of the many talents you can equip. The other one I have is a turret that I can throw. So I'm going to throw it right now. You're going to see it's going to keep this guy busy for a minute. Work on downing him. So you kill bad guys and they'll drop ammunition, they'll drop gear. There's different types of bad guys. So those guys had red health bars. There's purple health bar enemies, which means they're a little tougher, and then there's yellow health bar enemies, usually indicating that they're a boss or some type of named character, meaning they're going to be harder but usually drop better loot. Let's talk about abilities. If I come into my menu, I can select abilities here. Now there's three different types of basically the trees that you can go down for your different skills, talents, and perks. And they're going to be sorted by medical, tech, and security. And you can unlock these as you progress throughout the story, and I'll show you kind of what you have to do to unlock them. But basically you have different perks you can equip. You saw me where I had my first aid ability equipped, and then you saw I had my turret ability equipped. So with the medical wing, obviously it's going to be more healing. Tech wing is more damage. Security is more support. So with security, you can provide smart cover, which creates a cover, upgrades cover, allowing reduced damage and just buffing whatever cover that player is currently behind. So within each ability or skill, you can mod it even further. So you can come in and kind of tweak it to do different things. So even though two players may have the first aid ability, they can come in a little further and mod it even further for customization. So still may not be the exact same ability. Talents, same thing, medical, tech, security. Talents, I have one talent slot. If you can see right below the where I just selected there, I have one slot available. I got another one unlocking at level 15. So I can go in and plug in different talents. So use a med kit when not at full health to receive an overheal. So I can come in and customize that. Also perks. Now these perks are your passive perks that automatically apply. You don't have to select them, they're just passive. So this right here increases my inventory by 10 slots. So you can see the different perks that you can equip. So how do you level those up? You have what's called on your map, every player has it, exclusive to them, their base of operations. This is your main area, kind of your command center that you're going to be doing a lot of different stuff out of. So within it you have, once again, medical wing, tech wing, and security wing. Right now you can see I have 50% of the medical wing unlocked, 20% tech, and 30% security wing. Right above each of those dials is my supplies, how much money I have or supplies for those wings allow me to level it up. So currently I have 380 medical supplies, 740 tech supplies, and 100 security supplies. Now how do you get those supplies? If I pull my map back up here, there's different missions out here, and depending on which missions you go after, this virus research right here will reward me 60 medical wing supplies. If I come over here, that should be, yep, 60 tech wing supplies. So you can kind of go after what optional missions you want, and also main missions. So this is a main mission here. It's probably going to give me a lot more supplies. So that's 500 medical supplies. So by selecting which type of missions and side missions you want to do, can help you further level up each wing. So we'll run into a wing right here just to show you.
There you are.
Alright, so medical wing. If I come into the menu here, once again 380 supplies, so I can come in and unlock. These are the ones I don't have unlocked. Unfortunately I can't afford them right now, but you see it unlocks the skill support station and unlocks the perk protective measures. So you can come through and customize a little further of what you want to unlock first to help you prioritize kind of your gameplay, your game style, and you can come through and unlock all these different things. So you'll be working towards unlocking those, and then within your base of operations you have all kind of other stuff you can also do. You have vendors, you have a basically a supply box that you can store stuff in, very similar to the vault on Destiny if you're familiar with that, which is your stash. You can resupply, which I've already done, I think. Yeah, I'm fully stocked, but you can resupply. It'll fill up all your ammo, your grenades, and your medical supplies. So that's kind of the main things you're going to be doing for talents and abilities. So let's look at weapons and loot and gear. So come over here into inventory. You can see all the different gear slots you have, weapon slots. You can have a primary, secondary, and then you have your sidearm. And then you have all the different slots you can pick. And then on top of that, you can go in and further mod those different types of gear and weapons. Main thing to notice is across the top center of the screen there's firearms, stamina, and electronics. So those are your three primary stats. Firearms is going to increase your damage per second, or how much damage you deal. Stamina is going to increase the amount of health you have, and electronics, the amount of skill power you have. So depending on your playstyle, again, you can stack health and become a tank. You can stack firearms and do more damage, but at the sacrifice of health, so you may be kind of like a glass cannon. Or you can stack electronics, where you can be more of a support role in healing, or the tech wing, or the support role. So you can do all kind of stuff, even further customizing your character. So you can come into the different, let's look here. So in the case of this combat mask right here, I've got this one equipped right now. You'll see nothing across the top changes, but if I go to select this next one here, you'll see this one has higher firearm stats than it does stamina, and it's showing the comparison right across the top. So I'll gain a little more DPS at the cost of health. So you have to kind of pick and choose your stats wisely. There's also recalibration in this game, meaning that you can take a piece of equipment over and get it recalibrated to stack more of a certain stat that you prefer. So another cool feature of the game. So you can come through and you can customize this. You can also add mods to gear. I don't currently have any mods for gear, but even further adding different types of buffs. Weapons. If we come over here to weapons, you can come in and these are all the different slots that they have. So I've got this weapon I can equip different kinds of scopes, and depending on which scopes you have is depending on, it'll determine what type of abilities. You can see, let's see, the scope I currently have equipped is increases 5% headshot damage and 4.5% optimal range. Now, if I equip a larger scope, I can zoom in like I did with my sniper rifle when I was fighting out there earlier, so you can zoom in and actually look through the scope of it. And then you have extended mags, is the mod I have on here, but it's your magazine, so this one increases my magazine size by 18%. Then you have your muzzle, so you can put on compensators, which increase your stability. You have suppressors, which will reduce the noise, reducing your actual threat. Muzzle brakes, which is stability again. And just a lot of different options to add to these guns. Now, you can dismantle weapons, and there's crafting in the game. Dove a little bit into it, just kind of crafting some basic stuff, but I know toward in-game crafting becomes more important, where you can craft, even better weapons, even better gear. Coming across the top here, you can see my crafting sources, so you can dismantle your weapons and gear to get these crafting sources. You can also pick them up out and about throughout the map. You have appearance. You can come in and customize your guy. So soft all-weather pants. I guess I'm currently wearing sweatpants. I don't really know, but no, I've got jeans equipped rather. Okay, so if I come in, I can throw these on. I can throw on my cool all-weather pants, and just changing the customization of how my character actually looks. Group management. So here's matchmaking. It shows the friends I've got online currently, which I can join up with, or I can hit triangle for matchmaking and another triangle for auto match. And auto match is going to get me to where I can select 3 different things: mission, free roam, or dark zone. So I can select it by the mission, and they're going to auto match me with people running a mission that's roughly around the same level as I am. So if I do that, I can select difficulty. If I did free roam, it's just people running around just doing whatever. So already it's got me equipped, or it's already found me some other folks running the Times Square Power Relay mission that I could join in on and rock and roll with them. But it is a lot more fun running around with other people. You're not going to see other people in the map, once again, as you're out and about running, unless with the only exception being the dark zone. The dark zone is probably the coolest feature to this game. And when you're looking for PvP, looking for action, looking for tough enemies but better rewards, the dark zone is where you're going to find it. So coming into the dark zone, there's a vendor where you can level up in the dark zone separate from your actual level, and you also gain money in the dark zone, and that currency is specific to this dark zone. So you can level up by killing enemies. You can also level down by getting killed in the dark zone. So you have to make sure that you're on a hot streak to continue to level up, otherwise you can go backward. Once you reach high enough level and have enough money, then you can in turn purchase the vendor rewards. Now there's PvP action in the dark zone. There will be other players. There's going to be tougher enemies. I end up killing another player here. I'm not proud of it because I did come up behind them, but when you kill other players, all their loot that they've earned in the dark zone is free game, meaning that same goes for you. If you shoot and kill people, shoot and kill NPCs, and they drop loot, which they're going to drop loot, and generally better loot than in most places, it's free game. So if you get killed with it, then you lose all your loot or have a chance to run back to pick it up after respawning. Alright, once you have all of your loot, you have to get it extracted. You're going to see here I shoot a flare into the air at an extraction zone. And when you do that, you just highlight yourself for enemy players, enemy NPCs, just to come running at you and try and kill you before you get the loot extracted. So you got to wait a full minute and a half. You're going to see we're going to run into all kind of action here, both once again from NPCs and other players. And once the chopper actually comes in and drops, then you have to run underneath the chopper, hold down the square button for PS4 users, and you are able to actually extract the loot that you have on you, and then you're able to go to your safe house or command center and look in your stash, and then you're able to equip the items. So overall, the Division is really fun, really exciting, highly recommend it. Scoop it up, grab a few friends, and get out there and destroy some enemies, get some good loot. Hope this video was a good review. If so, hit me up with a like button, maybe a subscribe if you will. I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of the action to see if we get this loot extracted out of here. Thanks for watching. Yeah, there's a bad guy out here, another player. We got 3 seconds, Mitch. I don't know what this is gonna do.
Extraction of cargo now in progress.
Are you able to, Mitch, you got any heals? Alright, he's dead, he's dead. Hit us with those heals. Oh, I think we gotta go. Hold X. Hold square. Hold square. Get out.
Ready to bring it on board.
I'm trying. Oh, he's on me. He's on me. Oh. All right. Hey, we can try. Oh, I got my stuff out, Mitch. We can try.